Hey best friend, and welcome back to Advice and Adventures. Today we are going to be discussing the 15 biggest red flags to look for when dealing with a narcissistic person. But before we get into that, I know some of you have been wondering where I've been, what's going on with the bus and this and that. So we've decided to stop working on the bus just for now. School started back and things got really hectic. So we're gonna wait to continue to work on the bus, and it's just been, life has just been a lot. Hey best friend, it's Adria Nakia. You may remember me from Positive LMY, where I gave you guys quality advice. Well, I changed my name, I bought a bus, and I'm ready to live life to the fullest. Now you can get advice and adventure all in one channel. So the first thing to look out for is love bombing. When you first meet someone and they are just super charming, they give you all the things you've ever asked for, that's called love bombing. They will listen to and absorb everything you say you want in a mate and be exactly that. And I mean, like, boom. They're going to bomb you with it, and it's going to be overwhelming and powerful, and you're going to think, oh my gosh, I have my dream person. Meanwhile, it's all part of the plot to get you. And love bombing, everything that's done during the stage of love bombing comes back to haunt you. Trust me. Number 2, talking negative or negging. Right? Saying those little negative things, those little jabs, those little jokes. Right? So let's say you're in a relationship and you're self-conscious about your weight. If you're with a narcissistic person, that person is going to take little jabs about your weight. And when you tell them, hey, you know, I don't really like when you talk about my weight, they're going to use that against you. They're going to say things like, you're overly sensitive, and you know I was just joking, it's just a little joke, get over it, things like that. And negging is something like, oh, you have beautiful eyes. Are those contacts? And you're like, no, they're not contacts. No, those can't be your real eyes. So look out for those things. Negging and those little jabs. Those little jabs are strategically put in place to help to minimize or lower your self-confidence that you do have. So your weaknesses will become little jokes, and they start off very small and very innocent, but it grows over time. It will grow. Number 3, faking a future. They will sell you on the dream, oh, I've never met anyone like you, you're so different, we have so much in common, I could see me spending the rest of my life with you. All of those things that you know you want to hear. You know you want to hear those things, and they will promise you the moon, the stars, and everything in the galaxy. They will. A truly narcissistic person, to get you and to keep you, will promise you everything you could have ever imagined, because they want to keep you forever. In their words, they want to keep you forever. Number 4 is something that's trademark narcissistic trademark. They will not let the blame be on themselves. It will always be your fault, no matter what you're feeling, no matter how well you present the information. It's always your fault. It's going to always be your fault. It just is. They're going to make it your fault. It's never their fault. It's always your fault. An example of that would be, let's say that I was in a relationship, and I wanted to go out on dates, right? And we never went out on dates because of things that were always my fault. Where you complain too much, well, you nag too much, you do this too much, you do. And I'm like, I'm nagging, but I'm telling you the things that I want in a relationship. How is that nagging? How is that nagging? I don't understand. And I know the difference between nagging and just expressing your needs in a relationship. So be mindful of the blame always being shifted back to you. It would never be the person you're with. The things that go on will never be their fault. I don't care if you draw out a whole diagram It doesn't matter. Well, you did this, and this is how it made me feel, and this and that, and it will never be their fault. Just so you know. Number 5. Number 5 is funny to me because I've lived this so many times. Number 5. Everyone else is crazy. Everyone. Every ex they've had is crazy. Everyone else. Everyone is crazy. I had an ex, literally every woman he had ever dealt with was a straight psychopath in his words. And I'm pretty sure right now I'm a psychopath too in his words. Yeah. Anytime that you meet someone and all of their exes is crazy, just everyone, in their words, everyone is crazy, run. No, run. Fast. Like, because that's a true tell sign that either one, if you know you're not crazy, but he attracts crazy women, run. Because you might not start off crazy, but you're gonna end up crazy. You're going to. He's gonna drive you crazy. Or she. Sorry. I've been making this towards the women, because women can be narcissists too. Just put that out there. He or she is going to drive you crazy. They are. You might not start off, but you're gonna end up crazy. You are. I'm gonna tell you how, especially in next week's video. I will tell you why. If you ended up crazy in a relationship, comment down below. Let us know what happened to you. Tell us your struggle. If you were in a relationship and you ended up like completely losing it. Number 6. I think there's number 6. Yeah, number 6. You have boundaries. Everyone has boundaries. We all have boundaries. We do. Everyone has a limit to where you cannot cross. A narcissist will habitually cross your boundaries. You know, you set a line, they will put a pinky toe over that boundary, right? just a little let me test the waters, let me see how far I can push it. Then once they get that pinky toe over, they put all the toes over. Then the whole foot. Don't let them put their pinky toe over, because once you let a narcissist put the pinky toe over, you're done. You can never go back, because they will always and forever use that against you. Always. So let's say you're in a relationship with a narcissist, and this narcissist is still friends with their ex. That's a boundary of yours. No exes. I don't feel comfortable with you talking to your ex. I don't want you communicating with your ex, right? So let's say the person that you're with, their ex reaches out just to check on them, just to check, and the person you're with is like, well, yeah, so and so hit me up, I was just letting them know that I was still alive, I'm okay. That's to me, that's a couple of toes there. Like, in my opinion, that's a few toes over that boundary, because I said that I'm not comfortable with you talking to any of your exes. Now, if you don't like that, you don't have to be with me, but if you're going to be with me, that is a boundary that I have set in place. So that's a few. So if you're okay with that, just know that it's going to grow, right? Because it's going to go from, oh, I'm checking to make sure they're alive, to, oh, we had a conversation, he or she had a problem, and I'm really good at giving advice, to we went out to eat. It grows. Don't let that pinky toe go over your boundary. If it's your boundary, you stick to it, okay? Because you're going to be giving in the rest of your relationship if you don't stick to it. I'm just putting it out there. Be ready to just keep giving in. Number 7, narcissists are emotionally absent. Like, narcissists have no real emotions. They know how to fake emotions, most of them, but they really don't. They really don't at all. Like, they care about themselves. Like, how do they feel? How are they feeling in the situation? They can't have empathy or sympathy. It's not a thing that they possess. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can fake it, but they're not gonna be able to keep it. They're not. It's like wearing a mask, and the mask over time is wearing off. When you're dealing with a true narcissist, you meet their representative first. You do. And over time, you slowly start meeting the real person. Slowly but surely, you start meeting the real person. So they have no real emotions. And you want to know why? Because when you come to them and you tell them, hey, this made me feel this way, they're either gonna blame it on you that you feel that way, or they're gonna joke and say, well, stop being so sensitive. One of the two, you're gonna, that's what you're gonna get. One of the two. Just so you know, that's how it's gonna happen. Or, and we're gonna talk about this more next week, if you're in that cycle, and I tell you which step this is in the cycle, they're going to fix it. They're going to try to fix it. That's the pretending to have emotions phase. They're going to try to fix it, and then they're going to lure you back in. That's how it happens. Number 8, narcissists have a sense of self-worth that might not be there in reality. So they think that they're more important than they actually are. You know, their opinion matters more than other people's opinions. They feel like they're usually the smartest person in the room, or the most correct person, or the one that considers themselves Google in human form. That, yeah, someone that can't be wrong, I mean just really and truly can't be wrong, 9 times out of 10 is a narcissist. And it's nothing, there's a difference between a nerd and a narcissist. There's a difference. See, a nerd will go look it up. My best friend is a nerd. If we get into it and she feels like she right, she's about to go pull out her phone or pull out something to look up. A narcissist would just simply say, no, I'm right. No, you can go look it up. That's what narcissists say. Oh, you can go look it up. Research is beneath me. I'm right. That's a narcissist. You see, do you see the difference between a nerd and a narcissist? You see? Okay, I'm glad you do. And I know it feels like I might be making light of this, but I've dealt with a lot of narcissists. I mean, for years, dealt with a lot of narcissists, so I know a lot. And I did research, so yeah, yeah. All right, number 9, they need an excessive amount of admiration. And what I mean by admiration is they need you to admire them. They need admiration from other people. Now this actually ties into the 15th thing, but we'll get to it. But they need an excessive amount of admiration. They need you to, oh, you're so handsome, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so smart, you're so giving, you're so loving. They need it. And there's a difference between your love language being words of affirmation and you being a narcissist. Narcissists take it overboard. They need it constantly. Like one of my love languages is words of affirmation. But if you tell me I'm beautiful every day, I'm gonna be like, really, man, really, every day, all day long. I get it. I'm beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do. But let's talk about these finances. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Narcissists, they want to hear it every day. They every single day. You see the difference there? There's a difference between it being your love language, words of affirmation, and you being a narcissist, and that's what you need to thrive on at all times. Big difference there. Number 10. Number 10, number 10, number 10, number 10, number 10. Number 10. Narcissists are extremely manipulative. Extremely manipulative. Most narcissists. No. Most narcissists are good at it too. Like, you don't even realize you've been manipulated until 2 years after y'all broke up. That's how good some narcissists are. Like, they know what buttons to push and how to push the buttons and when to push the buttons and who else's buttons to push to make sure they will push your buttons as well. They are good at changing the situation to benefit them, changing the script, changing everything around, the facts, to fit what they want it to be. I just dealt with this. In fact, I just dealt this yesterday. Somebody took a bunch of truths, put a bunch of lies with it, and changed the whole narrative, the whole script, so that they come out the winner. Narcissist. You can't help it. You can't. So the easiest way to be manipulated, let me tell you how the easiest way for you to be manipulated is. You ready? You give your narcissist a bunch of truths, right? You tell them a bunch of intimate stuff. You are really vulnerable, and you can't help, because rule number 1 says you gotta love bomb first. That love bombing stage is put in place to lower your guard, to make you and allow you to be vulnerable. Okay? But if you recognize any of these 15 flags, any of these, keep your guard up until whenever you feel comfortable. But don't fall for number 1. Number 1 is love bomb. Love bomb is designed to be number 1, because that's the quickest way to get you to drop your guard. Being manipulated is easy because you give them everything they need to manipulate you. You give them all your truths, all your secrets, everything that you want in a person. You give them the script when you're getting to know each other, because they will ask you, what do you look for in a mate? You're gonna get asked that question, and then you're gonna spill everything, and they become that person. Now they know exactly how to use everything against you, right? All right. Well, let's say they ask a question like, what could you have done differently with your ex? And you say something like, maybe I could have cooked more, or something like that. And now you're being manipulated in a situation. You bring your current boyfriend, girlfriend, something that you have a problem with, and you know what they're gonna say? Well, I needed you to cook more for me. You know, I think it's a trend with you. You don't cook enough. Maybe that's why we're having this problem. You're being manipulated. You are. And you don't even know it. And you think to yourself, dog, my ex told me that. Now my current spouse or my current boyfriend or girlfriend is telling me that. Maybe I am the problem. Boo! You're being manipulated. You are. Number 11, projection. Hey Dre, what's projection? I'm glad you asked. Projection is when the person you're with, the narcissist, is doing something and they accuse you of doing it. Cheating. The narcissist is cheating. Are you cheating on me? I can't believe you would do that. You hurt me. No, they're cheating. They're the one. Yeah. I really feel like you're lying to me. I really feel like you did spend that money on that thing that we already discussed we weren't gonna buy. They spent the money. The money spent. Go check their bank account. There's the money they spent. Do you have a work boyfriend? Do you have a work girlfriend? Do you? No, tell me the truth. Do you have a work boyfriend or work girlfriend? They do. They do. 9 times out of 10, if you're with a narcissist, anything you're being accused of doing and you know you're not doing, they're doing it. They are. Anything, any and everything you're being accused of doing, they are doing it. Look, sorry, crazy eyes, but look for it. Look for it. I'm telling you, look for it. They are doing it, but they can't help it. It's like something in the narcissist's soul that when they know they're doing it, it's like, oh, well, if I could do it, then he can do it. If I can do it, then she can do it. She must be doing it because I'm doing it. So they accuse you of doing it. I've been there a bunch of times. Number 12. Number 12 is the biggest red flag. Like, you can just wrap yourself up in it. It's a mummy. You can wrap yourself. This probably should have been number 2, honestly. You can wrap yourself in it, go to sleep, and take a nap. Right? Ready for number 12? Gaslighting. Gaslighting. Yeah. Gaslighting is a real deal thing. If there was a playbook for narcissists, gaslighting would be directly after love bombing. Okay? Gaslighting is designed to make you feel like crap in a relationship. That's just it's the same thing as shifting the blame to you, or it's the same thing as, you know, making you feel guilty, making you feel like it's your problem, making you feel like it's your fault. You have to fix it. If you would do this, then we can have this in our relationship. Well, I just feel that way because I don't get enough attention from you. Or I feel that way because you're smothering me. It's always your fault. And when you're being gaslit, is gaslit a word? I don't know if gaslit a word. But if you're experiencing true gaslighting, let me tell you something. You are going to come to your mate with a list. It could be the most beautiful laid out list of the reasons why you're unhappy with a certain situation. And I promise you, if you're being gaslit, you're going to leave there thinking everything's your fault. You are. Number 13. True narcissist doesn't know how to apologize. I was with somebody and I didn't hear an apology until year 2 of our relationship. It took 2 years to hear an apology, and it wasn't sincere. You wanna know how it wasn't sincere? Because other people got involved and they told him to apologize, and that's the reason I got an apology. So if you look and you know you've had problems in your relationship and the person you're with has never once come to you to fix it, never once owned up to their part in it, or not apologize, or if it's like sparse and you don't really remember or you don't really know, baby, you're probably dealing with a narcissist. Most likely. All right, number 14. Most narcissists are controlling. Not all. This is one that I could say that not every single narcissist is controlling, but a lot of narcissists are controlling. Yes, they are. They want things their way, exactly, like almost to the letter, their way. So if you are dealing with someone and it's like, no, I want you to wear the red shirt with that, or are you gonna wear those heels? You know, or they might not even say it like that. They might say it like, well, you know, that skirt, you know, you put on a little weight, that skirt makes you look kind of chubby. Maybe you should try the dress that I picked out for you. You wanted to wear the skirt, but you changed your mind to wearing the dress because he said you look chubby. That's manipulation, a little bit of gaslighting, and control, all wrapped in a big old narcissistic bow. Just to let you know, okay? I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny, but yeah, that's how it is. Controlling. I know you said you wanted chicken tonight and it's your turn to pick, but I really want pizza for dinner. Now, if you're okay with pizza, because that's something small, then that's fine. But what if it's every time it's your turn to pick? Or most times it's your turn to pick. That's excessive. Narcissists take any normal behavior and run it to the extreme. But what if it's your mate's turn to pick and you're like, oh, I really want sushi for dinner and I know it's your turn to pick, do you mind? And they respond like, no, it's my turn. No, we set this up for a reason. It's my narcissist. Just so you know. Okay? All right. Last but not least, cheating, infidelity. Narcissists cheat. Not always physically either. It could be emotionally. Yeah, it could be emotionally, mental cheating. That's the reason you need to have a clear-cut definition of what cheating is before you get in a relationship, especially if you've seen one of the other red flags. Okay? Get that definition out. What does cheating look like? What does cheating sound like? What does cheating feel like? What is cheating to you in your relationship? And I say that because narcissists love what? What do we say? Pop quiz, admiration and attention, right? So they want admiration and attention from the masses, not just you. They want the most from you, but they want admiration and attention from as many people as possible. So if there's a chance that there's someone outside of your relationship that's giving them an adequate amount of admiration and attention, they're going to gravitate towards that person. And it's going to look like, oh, that's just my friend. I've been there. That's just my friend. Your friend's your ex. We're going to talk about that in the next video. Oh, that's just someone that I met at work. It's a work buddy. Your work buddy calls you every time he or she has a problem. That's not okay. You know, cheating can also be physical. One thing that I never believe in is that one thing led to another. One thing led to another. Well, if you never do that one thing, it'll never lead to another. If you never exchange numbers, you never text, you never call, you never meet up. You see what I'm saying? If you don't entertain the thoughts in your head, you don't exchange the numbers. There's no such thing as one thing led to another. You had to do that one thing for it to lead to another. If you love the person you with, if you truly are committed to the person you're with, there's no such thing as one thing. There's no such thing. That is something that I'm pretty sure somebody narcissistic made up to get away with cheating. Pretty sure. Don't know the origins of one thing led to another. I'm probably gonna look that up. But I'm pretty sure that whole one thing led to another is crap. That is something, you're being manipulated to feel guilty. Oh, let me give you the perfect scenario. It just came in my brain. I'm creative like that. Baby, do you remember when you stopped talking to me? I couldn't handle that. And you tell your mate, well, I just needed a little space. We were upset, we were heated. Well, I just couldn't handle that. But Becca here, you know, my work buddy, my work friend that I have been telling you about, Becca here, she had time. I had a really hard day at work. You weren't talking to me. Becca here was talking to me, and one thing led to another. And next thing I know, she kissed me. She felt so bad for me. She kissed me. And after she kissed me, I just got caught up in the moment. And I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. There's a whole lot of manipulation, gaslighting, and everything else in one big package. And you going to fall for it. Because, let's go back to number one, that love bomb. You remember when I did this? You remember when I sent you those roses to work? When I took you out to the river? When I did this? When I took you out to eat? That love bomb stage gets brought up. And we're going to talk about this next video. That love bomb stage gets brought up so much. Oh my God. Everything that happens in a love bomb stage is designed. It's designed for a reason. That's why it's number one in the Narcissist handbook. Alright, so those have been the 15 signs, the 15 red flags to look for. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be here with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in for this next video because you're not going to want to miss this. You're not. We're going to learn about the cycle of dealing with a narcissist. Yeah. Prepare. Bring your notes too. Bring your notes. Bring your notepad and your pen too. You should do that. Alright, guys. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you survive a narcissist, put your story in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Alright, bye.